Radio Live Rural Exchange. Tools of the trade with Husqvarna. Ready when you are.
Well, we could talk about the crazy old season it's been till the cows come home, the wet and the dry. Hard road to find the perfect weather anywhere around the country in the last 6 months or so, sort of in the time of Rex Rural Exchange. That's how long we've been going. But okay, I digress slightly. The consequences of these extreme climatic conditions are animal health problems, and it has been an exceptionally bad year for fly strike. Ugly stuff, this. Now, the questions on the NZ Farmer Facebook page from the followers have been asking each other for advice on dealing with the fly strike, which is still an issue even after dipping. So we have Colin Mackay from Alanka. Great name, Colin. Grandfather and father were both Colin. Now, what Colin doesn't know about fly strike is not worth knowing, I'm told. For our listeners, can you please explain what fly strike is and how it is an issue?
Flies come along. There's 4 main species of flies which are attracted to sheep. They lay their eggs into the sheep's wool, and those eggs hatch, and basically maggots emerge from the eggs and they start eating the sheep alive. So it's a very cruel and a very obvious affliction to animals. And I guess farmers have to realise there's a couple of things, and any stockman worth their salt will want to treat it straight away and protect their sheep against fly strike. But legally, farmers have to protect sheep against fly strike under the Code of Animal Welfare. And also there's a big productive cost to sheep being struck.
Prevention's better than cure, we all know that, but in Canterbury this time of year, to get 5 inches, 130 mils of rain over a 24-hour period, it's a bit of washout there. What can farmers do? Do they have to top up, or what products will withstand that sort of weather?
Yeah, if you look on the labels of a lot of the dip products, they'll frequently have statements saying things like excessive rainfall or very heavy rainfall following dipping will shorten the period of protection. So I guess it's being aware of those things, and that a dipping program that may have worked fine for protecting sheep against fly strike when essentially there was no rain for a couple of years in Canterbury, and now you're getting really heavy rainfall frequently. They'll have to be a lot more observant and have realistic expectations of the particular product they're using. We have one product, a low-volume spray-on called Click, which withstands rainfall to a greater degree than some other products we sell. But there's still an impact of rainfall on most fly strike dips.
As you know, I've used Click, and I've got a fine wool sheep. How sort of, where do I sit? Like you's got it on down the back just after Christmas, I think it was. Lambs at docking. Dips
work better in fine wool sheep in general if they're applied thoroughly, simply because of the different nature of fine wool sheep, more grease and different amount of fibre. If products are applied correctly to fine wool sheep, they tend to last longer. I guess one of the key things is that in a year like this year, with all of the moisture, sheep are a lot more attractive to flies because of moisture, so promoting bacterial activity in the fleece. Green grass means green tails, which again are attractive to flies. And that moisture in the fleece allows the flies' eggs, which are laid, to hatch and become active strike much more readily than in dry conditions.
Colin, reading through a few of those comments on the NZ Farming Facebook post, where is there a lot of talk around jets and stirring up the bottom of these containers, and is there any of that sort of techniques that can help improve the effectiveness?
Well, I think the automated jetting races, I think typically what people are talking about on the Facebook page is a great labour-saving device, but I guess it's against marrying the performance of the machines in terms of delivering wash to the fleece with expectation on what length of protection they might get. Most product labels for jetting say put in at least 2 litres of wash into the fleece of a sheep with at least another half a litre per month's wool growth. But a lot of automatic jetting racers simply aren't able to do that. So it's things like slowing down the passage of animals through the jetting race and actually knowing how much wash is going on the animal. If they're using a 1,000 litre cube as the reservoir tank, and just counting how many animals actually get treated per cube so they can work out how much wash is going on and have a realistic expectation of the protection provided.
Colin, what about in terms of, we're talking about everything here, protection, preventing, what about post when it's got to the stage where it's where the maggots have done their thing, and what's your advice there?
Well, there's a lot of arguments here. Some people say don't trim them up with a handpiece and just dip them with an approved dressing. In my experience, I've always preferred to take the wool off with a handpiece first so you can actually see the whole strike area, because sometimes you get tracks running away from what you can see from the outside, and then treating that with an approved dressing and give the animal good care, shade, water, feed, the rest of that stuff.
Radio Live Rural Exchange.